If I had my life to live over again, I would have made a rule to read some poetry and listen to some music at least once every week. Man in his arrogance thinks himself a great work, worthy of the interposition of a deity, more humble to consider him created from animals. A man who dares to waste 1 hour of time has not discovered the value of life. For the shield may be as important for victory as the sword or spear. We stopped looking for monsters under our bed when we realized that they were inside us. There is no fundamental difference between man and animals in their ability to feel pleasure and pain, happiness and misery. Sexual selection will also be largely dominated by natural selection, tending towards the general welfare of the species. If the misery of the poor be caused not by the laws of nature, but by our institutions, great is our sin. Freedom of thought is best promoted by the gradual illumination of men's minds which follows from the advance of science. To kill an error is as good a service as, and sometimes even better than the establishing of a new truth or fact. The love for all living creatures is the most noble attribute of man. I am not apt to follow blindly the lead of other men. It is always advisable to perceive clearly our ignorance. It is not the strongest of the species that survives, not the most intelligent that survives. It is the one that is the most adaptable to change. I am not the least afraid to die. The mystery of the beginning of all things is insoluble by us, and I for one must be content to remain an agnostic. The highest possible stage in moral culture is when we recognize that we ought to control our thoughts. We are not here concerned with hopes or fears, only with truths as far as our reason permits us to discover it. Blushing is the most peculiar and most human of all expressions. We are always slow in admitting any great change of which we do not see the intermediate steps. Intelligence is based on how efficient a species became at doing the things they need to survive. The very essence of instinct is that it's followed independently of reason. In the long history of humankind, those who learned to collaborate and improvised most effectively have prevailed. A scientific man ought to have no wishes, no affections, a mere heart of stone. Besides love and sympathy, animals exhibit other qualities connected with the social instincts which in us would be called moral. Wherever the European had trod, death seemed to pursue the aboriginal. Man selects only for his own good, nature only for that of the being which she tends. The question of whether there exists a creator and ruler of the universe has been answered in the affirmative by some of the highest intellects that have ever existed. Guys, which quotes do you like the most? Tell me in the comments. And if you like the video, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks. Bye bye.